Bitcoin is about to crash and this data cannot be ignored. Yes, we all know we're in the bear market. If you've watched my previous videos, you've seen all the other reasons why I'm showing that we're still in this bear market. Even though people think this cycle is different, they think that we're at the bottom. They think that the bull run is starting because we had a bit of a short-term pump. But there's just too many indications and confluences showing that we're still in this bear market and the bottom is not in yet. And here is another reason why the bear market is going to continue. Take a look at this. This is very interesting here because we have Jerome Powell, the current Fed chair. His term is ending in the middle of May of 2026. And regardless of whether he gets reelected into the chair or Kevin Warsh takes over, it is still a negative consequence on the market and the data doesn't lie. So in 2014, January of 2014, Janet Yellen was appointed to the Fed chair and Bitcoin dropped 83%. Jerome Powell was put into the Fed chair. February 2018, Bitcoin dropped 73%. Jerome Powell in May of 22 had his second term in the Fed chair and Bitcoin dropped 61%. So if you look at the data, it reduced about 12% year over year. 83% and then 73%, that was about 10%. Then 61% drop, there's our 12%. If we look at 12 or even 15% less from the current price of 76,500, now this is happening mid-May. We don't know what the price is going to be mid-May, but let's take a look from the current price. Even if it's 15% less, we put it at about 45%. That gives us a price of $42,000 on Bitcoin. And this is all in line with what I've been saying. When a new person takes seat, or even when the same person takes seat in the Fed chair, the market constricts, capital moves out of risk assets, and they test this new person. Typically, the stock market drops about 10% within the first 12 months. And as you can see with Bitcoin, it drops quite a bit more. So is the bear market over? I don't think so. We had a bit of a relief rally. We have a bearish flag on the 2-day pattern. Things look good in the short term, but coming into mid-May, this could be the end of the little short-term pump that we have and then run us all the way into Q4 with bearish sentiment. Also, we have the ceasefire apparently ending between the US and Iran very, very soon. I think it's about 2 days. Iran responded to the US. They talked about agreeing to one of the things the US wanted, but they said, we're gonna put a hold on stopping our nuclear program or pausing our nuclear program. And the US is not happy with that and they don't want to agree to it. So it looks like missiles are gonna be flying, unfortunately, again very soon. And what's that gonna mean for the market? Probably some red and some blood in the market once again. Now, if you're interested in trading, I have a free Telegram community. I also have a VIP Telegram community. Just click the link in the description below. You can also sign up to the exchange I use, which allows people to trade on it globally. If you send me your user ID directly on Telegram, True Money Mike, I will give you access to my VIP community. I post all of my breakdowns, thesis of the macro environment of the market, and as well, I have some AI signals that perform very well. Every single day, we get signals pumping out in the chat. Everybody in the community is winning. So if you want to join the winner's circle, the free link to the VIP community is in the description, as well as the exchange that I use. On the other hand, if you're not interested in trading, if you like to take it easier, less risk, have a longer term spot portfolio, something you don't have to look at every day, I have a private digital asset advisory service where I offer that to my clients and I break everything down for them, from where to enter, when to exit, how to scale in, how to scale out, focusing on the actual structure of the market, focusing on time. I'm not focused on price. Bitcoin has done the exact same thing since its inception in terms of time. It follows the same time for the bear market. It follows the same time for the bull market. And don't let anybody confuse you and say it's different this time, because if you've been in the space long enough, you would have seen that 2 years ago, they said it was different. They said when institutional money, ETF inflow, government backing came into the market, the bull run was going to be different. It was still exactly the same. So nobody can predict price, but we can all follow a pattern, and it's very easy. So I break that down for my clients. I guide them every step of the way. I help them with storing their crypto properly, following all the best practices to custody their crypto, protect themselves from cybersecurity attacks, help them work across multiple jurisdictions, and connect them with a team of professionals, whether it be accountants, lawyers, consultants, direct contacts to exchanges, the right banks to use that work with crypto in all different countries. My advisory is a one-stop shop that connects everything you need into one service to make it very easy for you. So again, this is the market breakdown. I think we see some blood. We got a lot of work to do. Summer is typically bearish for crypto, and let's wait for the $40,000. Peace.